Expecting any of the hit listers to show up, but you never know, so stick with us, we'll see what happens. Out. I think I dropped my phone too. Let me get all this set up. Okay, that's not a big buck at all. Not at all what you would call a big buck, but he's a coal buck. He's one of the ones I came in here for. He's not very old. That took forever. A couple nights ago, well, it'd actually be last week, I came in here. was after a different buck, and that one came in, and I thought, I was thinking about shooting him because that one side he's got looks real nice, and then he's just got a little, I don't even know what it is, he's got something on the other side. But not, he's just real weird looking. That one side's not wanting to do anything, and that other buck that was with him, that little spike, had the same thing going on. So I don't know if they're like related and that's gonna happen to him too, but he's definitely a cold buck, something we don't want going through and getting other bucks looking like that. But last time I was here, he came out, and I was thinking about shooting him. And I could have at one time, but I wanted it on film. I haven't got a buck kill on film in years, and I couldn't get him on film last time, so I didn't shoot him. And tonight I came in, I didn't even think he was going to show up, but I thought if he would, and got him on film, I'd take him. It's only October 19th, and I'm done. I just got doe tags now. This has been a great year. He's not a big buck at all, but I could care less. That was so fun. And look, I think I see my arrow right there. It's covered in blood. I think I smoked him. He was getting ready to bust me. I think I got it all on film. That littler one just kept up looking at me the whole time. And he saw me move or something, and he ran off, and that other one was getting ready. I drew back real quick, and I think I hammered him. I saw him run off, and he got behind this stuff. I didn't see him go in the woods, so he could be down right over there. I just got out of the stand. My arrow's sticking straight out of the ground. It went straight through him and just stuck up in the ground. And I can already see it is just covered in blood all the way. I'll show you it. It's completely covered in blood. That is like perfect. There's blood, like right at the point of impact, there's blood already. I'm seeing blood, 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 blood all over. I'm assuming he's going to be down right over here. I don't imagine he went very far. I saw him, you can see in the video, I think I got it on film. He runs out and then curves around. And I'm hoping he just dropped behind these trees where I lost sight of him. So I'm going to follow this trail, see if I can't find him before it gets dark. And if we find him, we'll pack up. I'm not going to... There's those other bucks over there. If he's down in the field, we'll just go back to the house and get everyone and come out here and get him. But if the trail leads into the woods, I'm not going to follow it in there much. If it goes in the woods, I'll probably give him a little time and then come back out and check. But we're going to go over here, and hopefully he is down over here. Okay, well I just made it back to the truck. The blood, there's blood all over the arrow, and there's blood right at point of impact. And I didn't really follow the trail. I just kind of walked by where he ran just to see if he fell in the field. I didn't see him, so he either jumped the fence and ran out into that other field, or he went to the woods. So I just backed out. I'm going to give him a little bit of time, and we're going to come back in here with some more people and more lights and see if we can't find this deer, so stick with us. Okay, well, it's November 1st. It's been a few weeks since I shot that one antlered buck out on one of my farms, and we don't have really any footage of the trailing or anything like that because after we got down and went back and got the guys and everything, got back out there, we looked at the point of impact, found a few drops of blood, and tried to follow the trail more to where he went, and couldn't find any blood. It just went completely dry. We searched the whole field edge where he ran. We went back to the arrow, looked around more, tried to slow down a bit, and pulled the arrow out of the ground and looked at it, and the broadhead didn't open. It was still shut. So instead of having a 2-inch hole straight through him, he just had a little bitty slice through him. So we knew he wasn't going to bleed much at all, and it was a perfect shot, as you can see in the video. It went straight through his lungs, and unfortunately we weren't able to find him. Like I said, the trail went completely dry after those first spots of blood, and with that kind of hit, and with we know he's dead, but we also know that he went probably really far before he died. And we looked and looked and looked and looked, couldn't find him. So unfortunately we weren't able to get it done on that buck. But as you can see, November 1st, I got it done on a very similar buck. He's missing one side again. I don't know what it is about the bucks this year with having one side. I think this is like the 4th or 5th good buck I've seen this year with only one side. And but as you can tell, this is a huge deer. His racks would have been really nice if he had both sides. One side's real nice. His body is huge, biggest body on a deer I've ever killed. And last year when I shot my biggest buck ever, Stickers, I thought his body was big. This deer's body is way bigger. We had a hard time loading him up, but we got him back to the house, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get it on film. It was really low light, and I hadn't even made it to my spot yet. The bucks were just out moving this morning really early and all over the place, and before I could get to my setup, this buck was out in the field, and I could kind of see him, and so I was just holding up, waiting to see what he would do. And I thought if I waited long enough and it got lighter, I'd try to get the camera on him and shoot him and everything. And he ended up actually working his way right towards me while it was still really low light, and I couldn't even see him in the camera. I could see him pretty good, but the camera couldn't see him at all, really. So, and I just got these new lights on my pins, and they worked great. He came in like 9 or 8 yards and was facing to me, just like I shot my buck last year. And it's not really the best shot to take, but with him that close, I just buried it in his chest, and he only ran like maybe 35, 40 yards. So it worked out good, and dogs are in the background fighting each other, running around playing, so as you can probably hear. But it's a good morning. I'm happy with him. Huge deer, gonna get a lot of meat off of him. If he would have had his other antler, he would have been a better mount, but I could care less how his antlers look. They look good to me, and he's an old buck. He's probably 5.5 or 6 years old. Just a big old Kansas giant. So I'm really happy with him, and it's like I said, it's only November 1st, so there's a lot more time to kill bucks. So we've got a bunch of guys that are going to be out killing them, so hopefully we'll have some more videos coming out, and some more big bucks hitting the ground. So thanks for watching.